If teams are healthy next season by playoff time, I don't think Thunder gonna go back to back.
Your mom like that, dude. Right now.
I think Timberwolves can get over the hump if they add somebody. I just don't know who they will add.
Disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
I can't wait. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the stream.
So your whole
so
thing,
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job is dangerous.
You would have to go to work.
And
Went to school and still.
and paid rent.
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice. You're
high. You're hungover.
You guys are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Let's do it. Let's have that talk, chat.
What's up? How's it going?
Same old different day.
That's not a dap. That's not a dap of a normal person. That's a gang member, brother. That's a gang member.
What's up? How's it going?
Same
Look. You don't dap somebody up like. Oh wait, no, don't shoot me.
Okay. All right. So my argument here.
Let's see. Cultivated. Is he YBL? I don't know. He might catch a Rico. A multi-planet IRL streams.
Is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9-to-5.
Nah, it's not.
Oh, where do I stand on this? I agree. I mean, no, I don't agree. I think streaming isn't hard. Streaming and keeping a fan base is hard.
Facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get
Homie.
every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing. Is you're right. You get up every day. You go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up. You go. You flip some patties. Maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never.
Tim Jones, you still here, bro?
I'm a milk carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
I mean, a person on social media can be portrayed like shit. I mean, you gotta think about it. Being slaughtered on social media, and then coming like DDG, it fucks with your mental. Let's be honest. Like DDG is strong as hell. Cause with all that shit going on with Halle, his baby, So Illuminati, Bruce drop him off, like for all that shit to be going on, that takes a toll on you mentally. So I'm not gonna lie, you can be treated on like shit on social media too, bro. You can be treated on like shit on 9-to-5s. And don't start that argument but with streaming you gotta be aware 24/7 exactly. And with streaming you gotta be on your best behavior every time they see you. Cause let them see something not right. They're gonna go on TikTok, put that sad audio and say you got too much of an ego. Like let it happen.
We have to deal with thousands, tens of thousands of people critiquing every little thing.
Exactly.
Every decision we make, every thought we
Exactly.
Got it made, man. I wish I had it made like
You guys got it made. I'm sorry, but when you do content creation, my nigga, you're man-made. You make yourself. Like, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Y'all only know what I show y'all. Literally. Imagine if you come on stream and just straight yelling. I'm not speed.
Yo,
We don't have to
I
go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
What's the next trend? What's the next
Should I
idea?
go through every-
Oh my God, I have to stream today.
Exactly. You gotta think of the next idea. It's not hard to stream. It's hard to stay relevant. That's what it is, in my opinion. It's hard to stay relevant. Look at who's somebody that fell off, chat? Who's somebody that fell off? I can't think of a streamer or a YouTuber.
Bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on
Nigga, you can eat on stream. Yeah, you don't get lunch breaks.
24/7.
You got
High energy,
I
24/7.
wish I could be at home like you and get back and get paid
I don't
big
even.
money.
And whose fault is that? That's your fault. You gotta work towards it. Like you work towards whatever step you're in your 9-to-5.
Even at home, we're walking around.
Man,
We're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit,
stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
That is facts.
steady rate.
I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
You don't stream, you don't get paid from that stream. Simple as that.
You have a guaranteed pay.
If you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If I don't go live, I don't get paid either.
You don't gotta deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we
Huh?
have people.
All right, no, he's trolling. He's trolling. I don't care. He's trolling.
People in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is boring. We don't like this video. You have to create content. Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. That.
So you're just actually mad. You're just it's just projection. You're mad because you're not doing what you want to do and you're doing a mailing job. It's basically what you said.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy.
Exactly.
They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
But they get sleep after they done with the 9 to 5. Yeah, with a streamer, you know, there's literally streamers that do 24/7s. I mean, not 24/7s, 24 hours constantly. Y'all know that. Like Extra Emily? No, that's not her. What's the white girl that Kai brought on to Streaming University that been live consistently? Sometimes niggas wake up to stream, bro. Like 9 to 5, yes, it's hard. But streaming and staying relevant is hard too. Cece, yeah, her.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a
Yeah.
homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something
I ain't gonna lie, put that nigga on a West Coast beat, please.
to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that
Okay.
means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal
That's
with
what I'm saying, Jesse. Nigga trolling. Do you have people in your chat spamming else?
children.
We deal with children every day.
We deal with tens of thousands of children.
I ain't gonna that boy.
Lacy Studs are. Do you not know who the Lacy Studs are?
There's more children in his stream than actual adults. Let's be honest.
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a picture.
That is
You know
true.
how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
Bruh, imagine living life with paparazzi. I mean, have you seen Justin Bieber? It's not clocking to you right now that I'm standing on business. I ain't gonna lie, Justin. We gotta rewind. We gotta, yeah. Those two, they don't mix in the sentence. But still, I'm not gonna lie. Living with, imagine just trying to go out as a normal person, and you just gotta picture. And don't you dare say no. Don't you dare say no. You know that sad audio I was talking about in the beginning of the video? Oh yeah, it's coming back. He has too much ego. And then the whole narrative is he's too cocky. Yeah. But streamers also got to be aware of what they say. Exactly. I ain't gonna lie. You could be the best cook on the planet. Be racist. You're still getting paid. You could be the best streamer on the planet. Be racist. You're getting banned off Twitch. You're getting banned off Kick. You're getting banned. Like, you feel me?
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever,
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me.
I ain't gonna lie. Streamers had a cool little net of 10 years. 10 years before they start and find something new.
I don't have
Because it was YouTube, TikTok, stream. No, actually, it really was Vine. No, it was YouTube. No, Vine, YouTube. Yeah. Vine, YouTube, TikTok streamers. Yeah.
that security that's going to last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
he gotta
you
grind.
have
Because all the Viners, like Logan Paul and King Batch, they went to YouTube.
that point for me. I don't have that security that's going to last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
he gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do.
You gotta grind back.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually have to go to work.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Look at that clip. He's trying to clip. This nigga had a delayed reaction like hell.
Go to work.
Look. They started reacting, and boom. Yeah. Where's your rage in all of this? I want to see him. Oh wait, he's probably got that leg surgery.
What? Did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and
But what does Jason have on?
Okay, so then
I
you
swear,
would have
if
to
they
actually
talk about
go to
some
work.
401k.
You would actually
I don't know what a 401k is, chat. It might cook.
have to go to the
and
office.
I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
This was before I
He lost
think. I
everybody.
thought.
He lost everybody.
This was before I think.
He has no followers
That's
whatsoever. He would have to turn
yeah, but
around.
you're proving my point.
You would have
You're
to
proving
turn
my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because
Chat, I ain't trying to hit no wire, no whatsoever.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
That's
maybe
facts.
here. You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
Whoa, what that got to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything?
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags.
I think she just want to dump trauma. Nobody cares that you had to cook frozen food. What the hell?
I'm gonna have to backlit. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4
That's for real. I mean, no, adapt strolling.
Like I gotta make sure I get the 4 loco can and
Not to mention,
I want to see what Ron say too.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then
It
that
does.
goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered.
Yo, Rhonda.
Nice to meet you.
From
And my name is Renata. She's a real
years ago,
Renata.
I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative. I thought I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism back in the 60s and the 50s. People didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support
7 a.m. to, oh my gosh, I could not do that.
my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever?
You get spoiled.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled, and your mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving it to you.
Rhonda,
Spoiled? How? When you can keep a, bro? What? That's not like, bro. Yes, you go. Have you ever heard the riddle? Well, not the riddle. The saying: you can walk a horse to the pond, but you can't make him drink. Yes, your parents can give you every single streaming equipment, but if you're not entertaining, it won't work. If you don't know what you're doing, it won't work. You are like one of them said, you are the clip. You're the person. You are him. Like, you have to be funny to keep someone's attention. Like, Jesse's in here because I'm keeping his attention. Chem Jones is in here because I'm keeping his attention. It's harder than what you think. That's what I think. Y'all got, like, y'all put y'all on the stream. Watch y'all have 0 viewers for 5 hours. See how that works.
I got a question for Rhonda. I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
Exactly.
Days straight.
24
Hours a day.
day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about
They never done a 24-hour. I want to see what they say about that.
working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it
you
is
a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
Whoa! Okay.
You never ran a 3-minute ad?
pass trays, you short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now
It's fake
think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person. We call them parasocials. They
Parasocials.
judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out. And judge.
Yes, bro.
With my ex.
I got caught with my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health.
If you want to talk about mental health, I'm sorry. Streamer, if you're really him, If you're really him, like Diddy G, your mental's not gonna be good, bro. If you're really him, then I say you can go on social media and do all that shit. But for a nigga not to get in your head, your mental gotta be on 10, bro. It gotta be on 10. That's how easy. Like, there's literally a whole thing called social media bullying or cyberbullying. Like, people are willing to kill themselves over some bullshit, like on some online stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Like, what's his name said? Tyler, the creator, said, just close the computer. Just close it. Like,
Hell, when you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think.
and that is something wrong with them. They care about what people think. But when social media is your job, you kind of gotta cater to people just a tad bit. Like say my chat don't want to watch this video, and I have another one that they were willing to watch. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna cater to them and watch that video first, then this one. We're still gonna get to it, but I'm just trying to be nice to my chat and do what my chat asks for. You feel me? That don't mean I'm gonna be a suck up though. I'm gonna do everything and more. Nah, I'm just saying you gotta be cordial with your chat, because you lose viewers, and losing viewers mean you lose money, and I don't make nothing. So yeah.
Social media.
Chat, y'all gotta put me on some TED Talk, bruh. Y'all gotta put me on a TED Talk. Real shit, bruh.
Say about you.
That's our
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, brother.
Short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
Okay, Ron, chill out.
Alright, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your editors,
What is he doing? Oh, he's trolling.
your producers, all these people back here
He's
that was
trolling.
doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
Ah.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
But McDonald's wouldn't work with no workers. Let's start there. You can employ them, but they would. The restaurant would not work with no workers. So let's start there.
I would even go as far to say, as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep
That's
them in
facts.
business.
That's
Have you ever
facts.
worked a real job?
No.
Why do you think Prime is so much money?
I have worked a real job.
Why do you think Prime gets so much money? They literally cracked the code. A drink made by influencers, by the biggest influencers, to influence it out to people to drink it. Let's start there. I'm smart, bro. Call me Super 00. Real shit, bro. Super 00. I'm him.
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
Why is she laughing? Bro, she's making me mad. I actually feel like they're wrong.
Jen Jones, what you think? What's harder, streaming or a 9-to-5?
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is
Same for you, Jesse.
not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Why the fuck she laughing? Yeah, she don't know about retail. I don't know why she laughing. All you did was put frozen food. You cook frozen food. My nigga, I can do that. I could put that hoe in the microwave. You get paid a good salary just to cook frozen food, my nigga. She should have never said that frozen food part. Cooking is not easy. Well, it kind of is. But in mass, yeah, it's not easy. It's a job.
Makes it easy.
I say 9-to-5. I kind of agree. I agree with you with 9-to-5. I just think streaming, people disrespect streaming way too much to say it's easy.
Guaranteed pay.
100%. You
Makes
security.
it easier
Talk about
for
raises.
nine-
Obviously, 9-to-5 is harder.
9-to-5 people to have a job because they're pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
so you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you?
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera, is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas. You have to
That is true. Like, staying relevant is not easy. I hope people know that. Like,
we're talking about ideas now. Okay,
yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with, though? But it doesn't make. But you're not even. You keep switching.
but to be on your toes 24/7, it's kind of like a TV show. You always gotta have an idea. But here's the thing, though. They have seasons. No, you gotta consistently do this until you feel like stopping.
So why don't you answer my question?
I'm not switching anything.
You know, you 100% are.
Yeah.
So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of
Why you say that, Chan Jones?
That's the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that
difficult.
you need creativity. You need to get out of your circle, comfort zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing.
Okay.
So the people that you're entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this is
Yeah,
entertainment.
This is.
But my question to you is why?
Absolutely.
So do you truthfully, you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best example, is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you.
In the
don't try to break down everywhere. I hate people like this. What does hard means? Well, if hard is an opinion, that means none of us is right? No, don't. Who are you? Bill Nye? Shit.
Everyday activity. Because some people around here said, oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh, okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you
Okay, no, you don't. Come on, Ron. You don't wake up at 8.
deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
when
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone, you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
That's not right.
That's not true at all. I have an editor that I pay who relies on me.
But you gotta have an editor. Well, you don't have to. I'm a one-man band, but you gotta have an editor. You gotta have. Some people have managers. Some people have thumbnail artists. Some people, like, they really have jobs for content creators. You know, niggas, bro. You know what so shocked me? Niggas pay clippers. They pay people to clip your stream and put it on TikTok. I did not know that at all. But yeah, bruh, that shit crazy.
Stop doing any type of content. He loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your coworkers and interpersonal thing, tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number of
I don't know what he think he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I think he just thinks he looks record like what I'm doing. What I'm doing, this is a one-man band. Nigga, you got the back, you got the front, you got the camera, you got the mic. This bitch was not working. That bitch was not working. Like, that's the only thing. Like, you could say that shit about me. Like, for real. But for what Ron does in IRL, and you know. I want him to say that shit to Kyson. Let's see. Like, when he did the subathon.
Talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that.
No. Let me hear me out. Camaraderie. Like, you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
So you have a lot of flags.
He sassy.
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home. But if I didn't,
Look at
I
Silky.
have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job.
I mean, that's
You
just
guys-
life, though.
Let's talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect. And I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When
Okay.
I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job.
And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of content creation. That's what y'all not getting. I think y'all are jealous of what they have. Yes, bro. If you're entertaining, if you're funny, you can make anything funny, my nigga. Like, bro, say you got, what did Mr. Beast do? What did Mr. Beast do? He did confinement. One of them words. What did he do? He made that bitch entertaining. That is one of the most boring things on earth. If you could do that, that's just the beauty of content creation. You can't get mad at them having fun. You can't. You can make money off doing nothing. Well, no, that's wrong. You can make money off not doing anything labor-wise and just being funny. Look at Reggie. Like, bro sits in the chair and just roasts his chat. I would have seen Kai versus Lunch Lady and what it'll say to her. Me too. I want Kai to do this. A&P should do this. I really do. I want to see it.
To relax and travel the world and have other opportunities.
You're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
If I could answer a couple. So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system,
But look though. If you're streaming like I'm Dante. I ain't gonna lie, he does it beautifully. He spends time with his wife, his family, and his son. I'm not gonna lie. He does it beautifully, but if people ain't do it like him, your life is basically taken up by the screen, bro. You can stream for 11 hours straight, be tired, won't even get to see your family for real. But they'll be in the house, you just won't talk to them because you're tired. First, what Dante does, he doesn't even stream long. You get to see your family. He sees his family. Like, I don't know. I feel like both arguments could be made for both of the things.
I every day like ask myself how I would have been able to do it without.
So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right? I lost everything, fell off completely. About to kill myself. Real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
I don't want to wear the 9 to 5 shit. Hey, don't trust her. Do not trust her, Ron. Shit.
Going back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing.
I like banks help them.
Enough money to pay my like I had money.
Another thing, a content creation team. If banks ain't come in and save this nigga will be dead. Let's start there.
My bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was
You were in the red every month.
I was in the red every single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like white people.
All she does is cook frozen food. Shut up. Why is she even on the video?
Laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege?
How?
It is.
He put himself on. What? He put himself on. If this nigga was not entertaining, if he literally was boring, if he was me, he would be in the same situation I'm in. Like, What? He was innovative.
But my mom, how's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to take.
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when
people
they
don't
working 9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept them.
But that's a whole different conversation. What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given.
So how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
With your mom?
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom.
Oh, bitch, clock it, bitch. Clock it, bitch. Do you don't think that's privilege? Okay, bitch.
Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've
Damn.
definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have to make money in the first place. So if you didn't.
Chat, is my mic low? I feel like my mic is low.
Content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say we just in simple terms.
Oh, it's not? Okay, good.
$1,000 a month, crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question. Would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse.
Yeah. Not gonna lie. What y'all think worse, cooking food or being a nurse? I can hear your AC though. That's not my AC, that's my PC. I think that bit about to blow up.
The medical school for years just to be able to have her.
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
It's
How is it
not.
not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing secure. You just proved my
No job is secure.
Shit kinda loud. Yeah, I can't stop it. I really need a new PC, but we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that out loud.
The ability to have those savings.
I had this bit for what, 3 years?
And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
Let's
you
say I lost it all.
Audio is kind of echoey. No, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, bro.
you still have residuals of your previous viral
What's
videos.
that?
Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make $100,000.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to school. You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
Streamer University is funny as hell. I like it that. Today is not your day. No, just say swear. Say swear. Say swear. Say swear. Say swear. Say swear. No. No. Don't play with me. 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 Pause. You for real? You for real? My mic's cooked. Come on. No. I ain't gonna let y'all get in my head, bro. I ain't gonna let y'all get in my head.
Doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job. I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing. It's a weekly thing. It's a monthly thing. It's a yearly thing. It's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs.
That is facts. I'm not gonna lie. Streamers. What? Streamers gotta go through that too. Bro, you say a Slayer cook. You say a Slayer cook. Definitely if you're a black man. You say a Slayer cook. Your sponsors that are paying you money? Oh, say the word the F-A-G-G. You cook. They don't want you no more. What are you talking about? They gotta watch what they say. You gotta watch what you say on stream even more. I feel like it's worse for a streamer to be online and gotta filter what he gotta say versus a 9 to 5. All you gotta do is just not talk about your boss and don't say the secrets of your job. That's it.
To their coworker, their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have.
That's not true.
Large following enough.
That's not true.
There's enough of a range.
That's not true. What do you mean? That's nigga. You're just saying what if this. No. Who does that? That's the only person that works is Mr. Beast.
Perspective that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw quit their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as it could be now, you know, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people
Oh my god, bro.
cancel and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is...
What about now, bro? What about now? I'm about to cry. Now your mouth is loud. It seems like you turn your mic suppression off. I never had mic suppression. That's the thing.
Get that thing in on time 5 times,
Okay, but check
you're
it out.
done.
Okay, so listen. But to be able to get that loyal following of people that...
It's better? Okay, good. So I love y'all boys.
Hours and hours of trust and communication and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you.
Look, the
you don't
things-
just fall into.
That's facts. That's facts.
Of course not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you, and like...
Not true. What's the old streamer chat? What's up? Pay money Wubby. Old as fuck. Old. And he is still there. No. Chat, you know that he's not a streamer. He's a YouTuber. And he makes like these in the woods videos. And he's old. And he did like the Arctic and he just retired. He's old and makes money off content. Don't try to blame shit on age, bro. Please don't.
Talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like, the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and, like, be on the whole time.
Nick Merckx? Who is that? Who is Nick Merckx? Doesn't he do, like, GTA? Nick Merckx. He does Fortnite. Is this COD? Oh, yeah. Tim the Tatman's old too. Oh yeah.
No matter what, anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so.
Okay.
I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes.
That's not as easy as you think.
You're right.
Come on, bro.
It's not as easy as you think, Silky.
We have to produce new shit every day.
That is facts though.
To Silky's point.
Being original,
So you're essentially
it's hard.
reteaching the same.
Oh, Ninja's old too.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I
You were-
don't think
okay.
anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could do so.
I don't know if
So
that's
I had
something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then do
Yeah.
streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
With how many
constantly-
people
I
helping?
ain't gonna lie, Adap is him. Adap is him. I think he's like one of the old. He's one of the old FaZe members that's still stuck around. Him and Banks. And Banks really don't count because he's the leader. But you know.
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now. For which stages?
Yeah, all of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was
Was it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
No.
Receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13,
YouTube become so easy?
Oh, shut up. Please shut up. Cause if What? You're a college professor. You can't be no college professor without no college. What did he just try? What point was that trying to be made? That was dumb.
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did
was
in
a
the
business,
first
you couldn't press play, you couldn't press record. And
You were literally proving his point.
Campus to teach on. Then
Yeah.
boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had to spend years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
He got to master his skills in COD. Like what? This dude just like the lunch lady. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought the dude was finna make a good point. He gave him his credit, gave all of them their credit and everything. What?
Guys, your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think half of these niggas just jealous because they could do stuff a lot more easier and have fun with it versus you cooking frozen food. Melissa, talk to me. Fuck, I was wrong. She looked like a Vicky too.
My perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
Brother.
You guys.
What about the YouTubers that make sport content, like Destroying? If that nigga was ass at football, nobody would watch him. No, let's do Ross 500. If that nigga was ass at football, nobody would watch him. Unless, I can't say the same for Flight. Flight, actually people watch him because he's ass.
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just talking into a microphone.
That's not what streaming is. Sorry. I might do it, but they don't.
Very different than having.
Oh, chat. I hope y'all know. In a couple of weeks, IRL streams are coming up for me. First stream is going to be a hoop stream. Let me show y'all I can really dog y'all niggas out. Pause.
Get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your
What about streamer backpack?
supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You have to
Yeah.
stand on your
Y'all don't even know that. I wasn't even supposed to tell y'all that. It was just supposed to happen. Yup.
feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I hear you.
You're
I built a
breathing in.
house.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
Who fault is that?
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't physically
thing is-
taxing.
Well, if you want to say you're breathing in toxic chemicals, you're looking at a screen all day. That's not good for your eyes. Now what?
Saying you're just talking into a
So
microphone.
bet, listen.
Now
listen,
what?
Your whole thing. Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No,
physical.
but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for
job
a
where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
physically, I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't.
Let me know if you're formed like Sean Marion. Hold on. I gotta look at his form. Sean Marion jump shot. Ugh. I know a nigga that shoot like that too, but it go in every time. I shoot like KD, you feel me?
No one in here. Come on, man. None of you could. None of you could physically
And you have
go
to
do
do
that.
for.
Oh, y'all know the draft is tomorrow?
Yes. Actually, yes.
Taking 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do.
day, and then your day is
Yes,
never
I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
You don't
all
know.
of the
Wait,
things?
wait.
I want to see Dude Perfect come up here and just like debate, bro. Cause it's so many. Mav's not gonna sell. I hope the Spurs trade that pick. But it's so many debates that could be took with certain creators. Imagine Dude Perfect come up here. Dude Perfect job is way harder than a makeup artist. I stand by that.
That you use.
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
That's
you're done,
facts.
you're done.
Oh my God, disable resample. If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked.
You have
the
to-
main underlying argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Dude Perfect will cook these niggas to a T.
What you do is physically more taxing and
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta do. Who you think? What you think is harder? Team Phase or Dude Perfect? Like streaming, trying to keep people entertained and stay relevant, or Dude Perfect? Cause Dude Perfect, they're just literally like doing what you're doing is hard already, and it.
than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could.
Yeah, I think Dude Perfect's
I
harder.
would go as far as-
Cause they still gotta be creative with their trick shots too, which they probably have a whole team for.
How many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
Wait, I missed something.
You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so how many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day every day.
5 seconds.
They're getting back like to their college days because you know they got degrees. They're probably getting like trick shot beer pong. Duh. It couldn't have took 12 hours. No, nigga, we're talking about COD, KOD, bro. We're talking about I said KOD, COD, bro. Call of Duty, Black Ops 2. Let's run it.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off and stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I got
Call of Duty.
Dead zone.
I was thinking about KOD. And this is what you call it.
Talk about the dead zone.
Talk about dead zone.
Stick drift.
Stick drift.
They don't know nothing about stick drift.
But that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream.
Yeah.
Someone could rob us or kill us.
Yeah, that's facts. They're laughing, but they're so dead ass. They're so dead ass. There's like that's like being Justin Bieber and telling everybody where you're at, and then go there. Like someone can do something to you.
They're laughing. That's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
Because
decapitated
he quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't really be watching Silky. What he be doing? Not Silky. I mean Jason. I don't really watch Jason. I just know Jason the Wing got like famous off that Intensity was in Mafia.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
Okay.
I
Bookkeeper.
have been executive secretary, legal.
And they don't know. Yeah, they don't know shit about being swatted.
Yes.
I'm still scared to this day for that shit to happen. And I'm not even big, so I can't, bro.
All that, because it's who you are. That we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers and we interact and
I ain't gonna lie though. Librarian job is not as easy as you think. It's not as easy as you think, bro.
have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
What? 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 No way. No way she said that. No way she said that. No way she said that.
We're 9-to-5ers and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
So you're telling me streamers don't have energy? Play the clip. You're telling me streamers don't have energy? Play the clip. What? What? Oh, nah, but you're a Liberian. All y'all gotta do is Mike Wazowski. That's all y'all have to do.
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what if you interact with somebody with real energy on stream? Then what? Then what?
Right now, interacting. What are we doing right now?
You're doing it.
Bro, all they have to do is put some books out.
Not because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video.
Yes.
Who save lives every day. Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
That's real. Y'all might think he lying, but that's real. I'm not saying it because of me. Yeah. But that's real.
To the clubs at night, staying out till 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was having fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so.
So what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
You touch people mentally.
Now.
What kind of shit's going on?
Her freak ass.
Go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have
thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this life.
That's the thing. We can't.
And
can't
that's what's
do what
happening
you do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
Okay.
souls, mind.
You touch people's hearts too.
No, you are not.
What? So you tell, bro. So you're telling me if I hop on TikTok, I'm not gonna say a kind of that sad edit? Stop. Watch this, Phantom. Shut up. Now watch. Watch this. Just look at the comments. Just look at what? Bro, why is it doing this, bro? Never mind. You just, dang it.
How many bands we need a day?
I think, look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I think-
any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you
I
ever-
got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I
So
laugh.
then the
We're
interaction.
touching them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make you, wait, did it make you feel better?
what make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
Have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends.
Look at this.
Hey, bro. You know what you need to do. You know exactly what you need to do. But you ain't trying to do it, though. So don't be mad in 5 years when you're thinking about where you could have.
Nigga got a whole channel dedicated to motivation. If you don't think that touch people, I don't know what does.
Been all because you didn't do what you should have did.
Dami, shut up.
You know what's crazy?
Dami, shut up.
Bro, what are you doing with
Dami.
Bro, what are you doing with your life?
Okay, my ball down.
What do you like? I thought you said you want to be a great.
I am trying to be great. You right.
Act like you don't move.
Nah, I'm trying to move like twin. Like, no, I don't. No, you right. You
don't want this shit.
I do want this shit though.
And no one's gonna feel sorry for you when you don't get it.
Okay, my fault.
That's your problem.
Why you ain't gotta look at me like that though?
Bro, what are you doing
my
with your
fault.
life?
My fault. You right. Let me get back to the grind.
Have you ever been
Depends
entertained
on
and been like,
what's coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is fake. Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now.
all right. Come on.
I don't think she know about Dave and Goggins. No, I'm saying.
Felt like your day was better if you watched something. You never felt like that.
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Do you know? You just like you.
I don't think she realized you're helping their argument. You're not arguing. And that haircut is atrocious, but I don't know what she been through, so I ain't gonna say shit.
Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's facts.
That's
I can go
facts.
out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
Which is easier.
I'm a very social person. I'm very.
Yeah, she don't know.
Where I do and where I am. I do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people.
So, what is she talking about? You're helping her. What are y'all arguing?
It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like, you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had people
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life, have kids come up to me and say these things. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think she ain't arguing
I'm a
nothing.
server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult
was.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your
loves
mom
it.
and say that your work is harder?
She tells
That
me
is
it's
so
easy.
rude,
She
honestly.
works at 2 of them. She's at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She could work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get
Okay,
it.
break it down.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said.
All right, he's trolling. Has any 9 to 5 worker won in this? No, not at all.
You won't watch
I think the best one had to be the first one. Wait, not the lunch lady. The first one. I think, yeah.
because
yeah,
I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get
single
judged
day.
every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
Jolly dude.
Nah, Silky. We know you're from the hood, bro. You're from New York, bro. You were just getting sturdy with a do-rag on, and you still got a do-rag on. You just don't get sturdy no more, all right? I'm on your ass, boy. I'm on. Why you got a cap with a do-rag on? I know your hair hella hot, bro. Take them rubber bands out. I know. Why you got a black hoodie on, bro? You hella hot with you nigga don't got no strings in that hoe. I'm on your ass, stupid ass boy. Why you got 2 phones, nigga? You only use one. fun. Take that shit off, bruh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when
What's that mean? I still don't know what that means, chat. Am I good?
I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm going to be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
I didn't have to interact
Nigga
with
say,
nobody.
yeah,
Woo.
Come on,
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Okay.
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for
He didn't
20
even say nothing.
minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous. I'm not gonna
That's what I'm saying. I feel like these people are jealous of what they could do to have fun. To have fun, make money. Sorry, you in a depressing life. Nigga, you gotta do this for the rest of your life and suck at what you do. Make money for you to be depressed. I think you're jealous, and that's how I feel like this whole conversation is really going.
You on his diesel.
Okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hey, that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No, listen.
Nah.
That I wake up.
Nah. Is this the first ad we got? Okay, W phase.
I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before.
I'm saying.
You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them. No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you
You gonna stay for
But
this.
you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my.
I ain't gonna lie, Silky does talk with a list.
Looks like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So
See him. I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
Silky got fat.
Now I have to gain Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for this.
Exactly. And thank God this nigga has a team, because you have to factor in editing. Factor in reaching out. And I have not reached out to nobody. And I said this year is the year of collabs. Y'all ain't see me with shit. Nobody.
Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scroll
Guess
something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I got to do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
You
today.
already did
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
What?
Do I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
What?
Kill him.
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're
Get
getting
out.
yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait.
He's not saying nothing.
Wait,
It means
is that racist?
Talking. Oh.
No social
Oh.
Babe, I want to say to you. Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people.
That's facts.
So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said
I'm an
you
introvert.
said,
I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
and that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
How? I don't think people haven't been touched by creators. If you make somebody laugh, you know that's medicine, right? You know people have impact, right? I think the only person that might be able to compete with them is construction workers. Facts. Oh, Jason's turn?
How you doing?
All she did was...
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm
She...
so again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
I think dreaming is so much harder Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My
Oh, he's
question again.
yeah.
My question.
This nigga's clip farming.
Make it so much harder. Why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay.
Mm.
You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Yes.
I had to make
Had to make a sacrifice.
That's what you have to do.
So you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I
touch
was flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
Yep.
You lost the human touch.
Get that lunch lady the fuck out of here. I ain't gonna lie. That lunch lady look like the lady off. Fuck. I can't think of the movie.
Being a streamer, you have to be.
No, she look. You know who she look like? She look like her. Yeah. Yeah, one of these. Yeah.
Judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe
But
1, 2, 3.
okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your?
It's weird as hell.
That's not the point, though. The
No,
point is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder
Was
than 9 to 5.
that?
That's the point.
You gave up your girlfriend for streaming. Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He
You
ran up a bag.
had to sacrifice. You know the best thing in this world is time, correct? You had to sacrifice time to stream and get the money to survive, other than just having a girl. Like, that's real.
But the thing is,
If she taking you away from the bag, then
pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for,
Mm.
or do I pick
something that I
future
love,
something that I'm passionate about?
What game is this? That shit look like Max Steel. Elite ball knowledge, I know.
Emotion. I pick motion.
Lala Costa.
Lala Costa.
A la Casta.
I'm an attorney.
she makes a percent of people's fuck ups. I like that.
That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny, Ron.
To get a 9 to 5.
Bro, chat, let me tell you how I sniped a nigga. Wait, whoa, that sounds crazy. Let me tell you how I got somebody in the marketing. So we out. This is the Florida show. We at Universal Studios, correct? Bro. We at Universal Studios. Me and my friend group, we there. And then some random influencer. Well, I wouldn't say he's an influencer, but someone who is trying to get his name out, a photographer, comes up to us and like, let me take a picture of y'all, cause we're on this bridge. So I'm like, okay, bet, let's do it. So he takes the picture and he shows us one and said he's gonna post this on his Instagram. All we gotta do is just follow us. Follow him and let us know. Nigga, I called the bullshit out right there. I said, oh no, don't follow him. It's just a marketing tool. Everybody still follow that boy. And when I said that, they was like, John, you're just trying to be rude. Oh, shit. They just like, Super, you're just trying to be rude. No. I called his bullshit out in front of his face. I said it's a marketing tool. So fast forward, the next day, he didn't post us. He just got the follows from like, come on, bro. I know marketing tools, bro. I know how shit go. You can't out manipulate a manipulator. I don't manipulate, by the way.
Could create yourself. Like whatever you want.
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5.
No.
You would take it?
Yes.
Because
I know.
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't. What? Come to this side.
I don't enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't. What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go
stopped watching?
Well, no, I'm saying if thousands
Baby,
of
stop.
thousands of you
Honey.
stopped watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got
I ain't gonna lie, Jason is just trolling. Everybody else is serious.
people. You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
I ain't gonna lie, someone who could pivot and nobody gives them credit is Fousey. Fousey, if y'all go on his TikTok, he's a reinvented. But the thing is it better now, Chan Jones? The thing is, with Fousey, he reinvented himself 2 or 3 times. First, it was the normal Fousey. Then it was the streamer Fousey. After streamer Fousey, now it's the no. It was normal Fousey. Then it was the crash out Fousey. Went to boxing. Then it was streamer Fousey. And after that Fousey, now it's the physical fitness Fousey. Like, if somebody want to recreate a brand, it's him, bro. Y'all gotta give him his flowers. What?
What are we doing today, Coach?
So, today, we're going to work on our...
You can't be strategic about how you make music. It just has to come
Who's that? Oh, is that one of the Concrete Girls?
as natural as
Who's that?
possible.
I just make all type of genre music.
Who's that?
I just try to be different.
I don't know who that is either. That's not Rob.
Pretty much what you see is
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. We know he was gonna come.
exactly what you get.
To me, being a freshman meant you was recognized by the peers that you
My fault. I don't know who that is.
gonna be the one.
Being on the list of
Oh, that's sliding off a perk. That's Rugrat. Son of Rugrat. 4,000 Rugrat.
my time.
It's a good accomplishment.
Jello? Actually makes sense. It makes sense. Marketing tool. Jello was one of the hottest. Yeah, we haven't heard a song from him now.
Being a part of freshman is
I don't know who that is.
dream come true.
All the legends.
Is that Wolfie Joey? That looks like Wolfie Joey.
Progress, really.
Baby Chief, do it. Okay, I like that. Baby Chief, do it on L. Okay.
The next up and coming artist gonna take
I don't know who that is.
over the game.
Don't know who that is. 19. Okay. Don't know who that is. Oh, this. I just realized this class is actually small. Low Shimmy. Don't know who that is. Yes, sir. And okay. YTB Fat. I should have known. Okay. I wonder what you gonna do on that. Okay, laser on it. Okay, I'm happy. Oh, I can't wait to hear laser on a XXL beat. Oh my gosh. Fuck. Him tripling? I thought that was with Face Joey. People still listen to him? I don't even like his music, I'm not gonna lie. Nino paid. Good. We need a Nino paid. We need that. Alright, chat. We're gonna finish this video